Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's Hope of the Moment segment. I am not Pastor Caleb. He asked me to fill in this week and give a short testimony about how college has affected my life and my faith journey kind of a little bit. So, I knew going into college that I had to get into a bunch of organizations and campus ministries to help keep myself grounded, and knowing that when life did get busy and I had deadlines and homework and everything like that, that I would have certain days where I had the commitment to go, and it would kind of keep me on track and grounded in that. So I got very involved with the church down there. I went to their Sunday morning service. They had a Gospel 101 Bible study on Sunday nights that I started. They had a women's Bible study that I got involved with. They have a college worship night on Thursdays that I went to. I had another Bible study on Monday nights. And then I also decided to get involved with a group of girls who coincidentally were all freshmen. So we all knew each other. And we would meet every Wednesday night and kind of keep each other accountable, talk about questions from the message we had on Thursday, and kind of talk about each other's faith and questions and struggles. And it was really helpful to me to have that group of people that I could connect with and share my struggles with. So right away, when I kind of got into this group, I could tell that I was more mature Christian, I guess. Basically, that I had, a lot more years of going to church and learning about theology and different studies, like end time studies, angel studies, a lot of in-depth Christian material that I had learned and pretty well thought out. And a lot of these girls didn't. They were pretty new to the faith, whether they were a different religion before and now they were just coming here and learning everything new, or they were just saved and they hadn't really had the chance to learn about the big idea topics. So I felt that God really was calling me to be there, to be that person that even though I was the same age, I still had a little bit more of a older knowledge of Christianity, and I was able to help them and kind of brief them on the different things that I had learned. And I could tell that that's what I was good at, and that I needed to continue to be there for them so that if they did have questions, I was able to help. And I felt good about this. I felt that was my goal, and that's what I found myself, that was like what I was meant to do. And it continued on that way for quite a while, and I didn't really feel anything wrong with it, because that's what we are taught to do. We are taught to help others learn and grow. It wasn't until kind of recently that I was invited to go to, they call a SALT conference, which is just a bunch of college students come together from different campus ministries, and we all come together for a weekend, and we hear different preachers and people talk and just worship, and it's really fun. But we had different breakout groups where we would get together with a smaller amount of people and kind of take what they preached to us just before and be able to kind of talk about it and understand a little bit better. And we ended up talking with a group of girls, and she mentioned a phrase that I hadn't ever heard before, but once she explained it and told me what it was, it really hit me that that's what I had been for so many years of my life. And what she called it was a performance-based Christian. And what she meant by that, and what I kind of felt that to be, was a Christian who means well. They do all the things that they're expected to be. They go to different services, they do different Bible studies, they know all the things they're supposed to know, they tell other people, and really from the outside they look like the perfect Christian. They do everything right, they know exactly what they're supposed to do. And while all of that is great, it kind of defeats the purpose if internally at the root of everything there isn't anything there. And it's kind of hard to explain, but I found myself to not be putting the importance on the right things. I was putting priority towards learning new things and being a kind of a source that other girls could come to and I could tell them about what I know. But inwardly, I wasn't really growing myself. My information grew and I could learn new stuff, but I wasn't really growing my personal faith journey. And this is all very new to me. I haven't really had a chance to think it through and really develop how I'm gonna fix this. But I kind of realized that I'd lost the different raw things that you learn when you first become a Christian. Like, nothing really had high importance to me. I was just doing things to do them. And I wanted to meet expectations that people have for me. I wanted to, keep my commitments and go to all these studies and do all these things and keep being a great Christian. But they didn't have an impact on me like they should. And although all these activities were great, I found them to be filling a hole in my life that it wasn't meant to be filled by activities. And when I felt that I wasn't close enough with God, I would go to church, I would go to Bible study, I would go to all these things, and I would learn more things about how to pray and how to do all this. And it was great because I could tell other people, but I didn't actually help myself with that. And although it's great to help people and to allow them to become better Christians, I wasn't acknowledging the issues in my life. And it's hard to say that and to realize that all these years you thought you've been doing it right, and to realize that, these really important basics were not being put priority in my life. I would pray, I would do devotions, that's great, I'd check it off, but it didn't have an impact on me, and nothing really ever changed. And you could say it's because I've been a Christian for so long that it's kind of become numb, I guess, and that's my own fault, just not realizing it earlier that nothing was ever really changing or impacting my life. I was just going through the motions and performing right and doing everything right, but it wasn't really changing me, and nothing was impacting me the way it should. And I had heard everything for so long that it was just kind of, oh yeah, I know that. So again, this is really new to me, and I'm sharing this with you just so that you can begin to understand what I'm going through, and how just hearing from other people that this is what I'm doing. And I'm doing everything right, but inwardly, I'm not doing anything. So that's what I've learned so far from only being a semester-ish of college. I hope you all are having a great week, and I hope you can take what I've said and kind of think about it for yourself and evaluate yourself. I don't know. But yeah, hope we all have a great week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'm sure Pastor Kib will be back next week. So see you later.